This has been a remarkable comeback by Sarah Patterson's team, and Ashley Priess showing quite a bit of courage.
During my freshman and sophomore year, the coaches really encouraged me to be a leader and step up on the team. It took me until junior year to be on the sidelines of national championships and every single competition actually that I was able to see what it's like to be struggling and to not be at the top and to not have any attention and to not, be the favorite anymore. I think it gave me a much better sense of being able to identify with every person on the team, whether they're the top dog or whether they're, fighting for a lineup spot. My freshman and sophomore year of college were pretty healthy years for me, and then the end of my sophomore year at the national championships was actually when I acutely hurt my first ankle. I broke my inside of my ankle, and I also tore the bone off of the ligament. My right ankle was a little bit more of a longer process. I had rolled ankles and sprained them countless times throughout my career, and only pretty much had one ankle ligament hanging on. And I took one bad landing in the gym, and doctors told me that last ligament had, unattached, and I found myself walking around campus, and I would just stumble and fall in the middle of a classroom setting or in the grass because my ankle was so unstable. It was a really scary thought to come back to gymnastics, and at that point, I'm hardly able to even walk on the ground, let alone think about those tiny little muscle fibers being able to, move on a beam. To think about taking one of those landings again was a terrifying thought to me. For me to completely recover, it took over a year. That was a hard, humbling time for me, but at the same time, I learned a ton. Prior to that, it had really defined me, and my accomplishments had been the only thing I really clung to, but through that process and through being forced to kind of withdraw and having injuries and dealing with that whole phase of life, I think I really found my own identity, my own purpose in why I do gymnastics. The team environment of college gymnastics is entirely different than I could have ever imagined, and prior to that, it was all about the individual. It was all about your own accomplishments, your own accolades. To compete for something so much bigger than myself just meant a ton for me at that point. It's hard to even describe it, but I just had such a calm sense of confidence. There was nothing that was going to stop this from happening, and the team had set me up perfectly. I'll never forget that time of just standing up there without a doubt, knowing that I was going to nail this routine. God had my back, my team had my back, and it was just such a cool feeling. A lot of people are confused of why I'm coming back this year, because they tell me, you can't end on a better note. Like, there's no possible way to finish, on a brighter note than I did last year. And I kind of agree, but at the same time, that moment was so amazing, but the journey to get there was what was even more amazing. That's what I'm going for this year. I want to go because I love each person on this team so much, and I want to make a difference in their life, and I want to be around them again and do gymnastics because it's what I love to do.